Happy holidays. We're doing another very special, very Christmas special All-Star Fandom episode. We're going to go through, similar to like what we did for Halloween, our top three sitcom TV specials. Now, this is going to be a fun one. I brought back the guy Rufus who did the first list with Halloween. So if you enjoyed that, make sure you tune in for that one. We're going to go back and forth and battle over who has the best list. So we're just going to jump right into this All-Star Fandom. Let's talk about it. Welcome to All-Star Fandom, our very special holiday episode where we're going to go over our top three sitcom TV specials. Like I said before, I'm joined by Rufus. I'm dapperly dressed like Classy Michael from The Office, one of my favorite shows. Shout out to my wife for this. But Rufus, you don't know no more introductions. People know you. How you doing, man?
Hey man, I'm good, man. Hey people, how y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? I missed you. I ain't seen you in a while. What's going on? How y'all doing? Merry Christmas. How you doing, Doc? What's been up with you, man? It's been a minute.
Well, I'm just trying to stay clean over here for my classy Christmas.
I must say, you looking very dapper in your crushed velvet, son.
I appreciate
all you need is in your young smoking jacket. All you need is a little cigar or something.
Oh, for real? A little glass of bourbon, never hurts. But so let's just go ahead and jump in. But before we do, make sure you follow All-Star Fandom on everything: TikTok, Instagram, here on YouTube. Comment, like, share, do all the social media stuff. Leave me a present that says like, "Hey, we subscribed," or "Hey, we love this episode." Just drop a present down in the comments. Your reactions, your engagement will be my Christmas gift for this year. So just like any strong point guard or quarterback, I am going to pass this off to Rufus to go first. So Rufus, what is your number three? And it's top three. I didn't make that clear before. What's your number three best Christmas sitcom or favorite Christmas sitcom?
So my number three is one of my most memorable Christmas sitcom favorites. But here's the thing. It's not an actual Christmas special.
See, here you go, man.
But hold on, here's the thing.
Here you go.
You ain't going nowhere because it's considered a Christmas special. So, I will explain to you why. So it's The Cosby Show, season 2, episode 22, called Theo's Holiday, where Theo decided he wanted to be a model, and his dad decided to change the whole house up into the real world.
Oh, was that episode? And the real world?
That was that episode, dog. So if you notice, none of the Cosby Show had like an actual Christmas special. Everybody was a different character.
Man,
his dad was Mr. Farquhar. His mama was Millie, the owner of the cantina. Rudy was the owner of the. Yes.
Rudy coming down those stairs with that briefcase.
Yes. Owner. The
suitcase was bigger than her.
It was. It almost made her fall when she was walking down them stairs real hard. So what really gets me about the Cosby Show is there's always the lesson in even the craziest of the actions as a father that he did is always a lesson. So the lesson
was good.
You got to go and watch the show. Go watch the show and you'll learn the lesson. But it was funny to me, bro. One of my most memorable Christmas specials.
And see, that's the thing. Like, there's no like Christmas elements in that.
Right.
I'll let you take it or put it down. Okay.
You gotta admit that was a good one though.
But that's a good episode. But there's no Christmas elements in that, Rufus. There's no tree. There's no red and green. No garlic. No nothing.
No, it's unconventional, dog. I'm just
all right. I've said my piece with that. All right. I've said my piece. So it's your number three somehow. I don't think you're purposely gonna go watch that during December, but okay.
See, now you just hate. Because I watch the Cosby Show every damn day, just about, dog. So,
well, man, if you can find it playing anywhere right now, still.
But we have the interweb, so
Yeah, I still got like season 1 and 2 on DVD underneath the TV.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take number 3 because I'm gonna talk about a Christmas episode on a Christmas show. So, Rufus, I don't know if you've ever watched if you watch Seinfeld, but that's one of like my favorite sitcoms. It really is. I didn't start watching until I got older, but there's this one episode. It's called The Strike. But have you ever heard of Festivus?
Yes,
this
I
episode
have.
My number 3 is because of Ben Stiller's dad, Jerry Stiller, who plays Frank Costanza, George Costanza's dad.
Yeah.
Jerry Stiller just yells all the time. It's hilarious to me. It's like, surrender, like that sort of thing. Like, he's just out of nowhere. But this episode is hilarious because Festivus is a holiday for Christmas that he made up, that he dropped on his family as George as a young boy to fight the commercialism, the commercializing of Christmas and any religious sort of connections to it. Instead of a Christmas tree, there's a aluminum pole that they put up and decorate. I know. Don't stick with me. And then after dinner, they go around the table and pretty much talks about like how they've disappointed you throughout the year. It's not like a time of thanks. It's just like, why I'm disappointed at you, Rufus. And they go around the table doing that. And to finish off the episode, or to finish off the Festivus day, they have feats of strength. It's essentially a contest between Frank Costanza, George's dad, and himself, George. But what's hilarious about that is like George has nightmares about Festivus because it's made up.
Oh, wow.
He never beat his dad in any feats of strength.
Right.
But for this episode, they had to bring it back because George was going around the office giving out Christmas gifts. But instead of giving out an actual Christmas gift, this man was giving out like cards that said he made a donation in their name to a fake organization. And to cover it up.
No.
Yeah, man.
No.
So instead of buying something, he was like, "Hey,
that's actually kind of hey."
But what got him caught was like his boss said, like, "Hey, we got to make a donation for like $2,000. Submit it to this human foundation or this human fund that you gave me this card for." He was gonna keep the check, but then they found out that the human fund or human foundation doesn't exist. So he then used Festivus as an excuse. He was like, the reason I did that is because of my like holiday. I want to celebrate Festivus. So the thing that he hated the most, he used to get it out of like actually lying to the entire company. That's my number 3. Festivus from Seinfeld. Freaking hilarious TV show, man, and funny episode. And Rufus, as you can hear, that was a Christmas episode on a Christmas show. All
right? So it sound like you're hating right now, but that's okay though. That's okay though. But here's
my Michael Scott Tango hat going, man. Hold on, let me fix.
I ain't gonna lie, and I must say the hat is fly. It go with the whole Chris Velvet gear. I mean, y'all did yourself this time, there, buddy.
Hey, man, it's classy Christmas. But go ahead. Okay, so your number 2, what you got?
Okay, what number 2?
We celebrating Easter this time?
Huh?
What we doing?
Hey, close. But nah. So my number 2 is a show that I loved since the first day I saw it. It's Family Matters. This is season, I want to say, I need to look at my notes this time. I rarely do this, guys. So it's season 6, episode 11. It's called Christmas on Elm Street, where Eddie throws away Laura's doll that she had since she was 6 years old. And
go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm having my
having a moment.
I'm having my moments because it was just another example of Laura being spoiled. Go ahead.
But I will say what got me is how Richie invited the homeless man to live with them. Who turns out to be Santa Claus, like the actual real Santa Claus, right? And then, of course, with Steve loving Laura, he goes through the whole thing of, finding her toy and
even
in the dump where it got thrown away. You know what I'm saying?
So it should have been Eddie's, you know what, tail out there trying to find that, but never.
It should have been, but look, that was one of the episodes. It tugged on my heartstrings. Not that for me, my number 2 choice could have been both ways, but it would have been either way. It would have been a Family Matters episode, but that is one of my favorite episodes. But what tripped me out is while Steve was out there searching, Eddie was over there opening gifts, dog.
I know, like nothing happened. Like nothing happened. It's
like he ain't just ruined Laura Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
Man, so So my number 2, you would think by the way that I'm dressed, I pick the Office episode for the classy Christmas, but no, not that one. I'm gonna pick the Office Secret Santa episode. Now, Rufus, I don't think you watch The Office, do you?
I've only seen 2 episodes. I'm not gonna even lie to you.
Okay, so let me set this one up. All right, so just watched this one a few days ago. This one always makes my list of shows I watch for around Christmas. So Phyllis is a woman who works at the office. She comes in, she's dressed as Santa. She finally gets to be Santa. But no one told Michael Scott, Steve Carell's character, he busts in there dressed like Santa too. He flips out. He's like, what the hell? Take it back. Don't make her, she can't be Santa. He even goes as far as calling her tranny claus. Like, that's a wild thing to sort of say. The Office is a show that will never be able to be made today. Wow. Because of stuff like that. But what was hilarious
with that type of language.
Exactly, because what's hilarious about that is that he does the entire episode because he's just a menace the entire episode. But Phyllis, she's like letting people sit on her lap. They got the chair and stuff ready for her. They taking pictures. He comes out still in this Santa outfit, pulls up a chair and gets like the biggest guy there. He was like, Kevin, what do you want for Christmas? Like, Phyllis won't let me sit on her lap. Oh, come right over here. The biggest guy in the office. Steve Carell, he's underneath Kevin, wincing in pain, man. And the way you're laughing, Rufus, the funniest thing about this episode is everybody that's surrounding where he's sitting, they're breaking character. They're laughing, and they leave it in the show. Like Kelly's character, Mindy, Kelly, she's over in the corner just trying not to laugh. You look back and you see everybody is breaking character during that. That's one of the easiest, funniest parts. So when he gets past that, he's still pissed. He goes back into his office, his office, flips the red suit inside out, just so happens to be white, takes the beard, puts it down here, comes out and says, "Behold, Jesus Christ."
Oh, wow. No.
Hilarious episode. My favorite one. Office, the Secret Santa episode, hilarious from start to finish. Steve Carell is a comedic genius, that whole show. Rufus, I know I've said this before. Please watch The Office. You can skip season 1. Season 1 you can skip. Season 2 on until like Steve Carell leaves is amazing television, man. But number 2, Secret Santa, Michael Scott as Santa Claus, hilarious, man. And as Jesus. Okay. So what do you have as your number 1?
Okay.
TV. Let me specify this just in case you have multiple things down.
All right, come on.
It's a Christmas
special.
Sitcom. It's a sitcom, but it's a Christmas special.
Christmas sitcom special, right? That's what we doing, right?
Take it to the Soul Train board. Figure out the letters.
See, it's a lot of people too young. They won't get that reference. But look, check it out. People, my number 1 episode, my number 1 is Martin from the TV show Martin. Season 1, episode 15, Gina kissing Santa Claus, where Martin plays Santa Claus, and it is freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
So, yes, he has a beard made out of cotton balls. So, and he goes to the Big Brothers Association. It ain't the Big Brothers Club or whatever. Yeah, it's the Big Brothers Association.
Apparently, they did not have the license to that.
Yeah, no, they had a license. So he had to go tell the kids about the nativity story, about, what Christmas really means.
That's not the one I thought you were going to pick.
I know the one you thought I was going to pick.
Which one?
With the dude named Rufus That was the Santa Claus with the bomb on his.
It wasn't that one. It was close. Oh. It was close. The one where he tried to get Gina home for Christmas. They were trapped in the bus station. Stuck at the bus station. Remember Miss Jerry? They shared the sandwich, and she was like, "Tuna. I don't want no damn tuna." And she smacked it on the ground and stomped on it. I seriously thought that was gonna make yours, man. Like when I remember you said Martin, I was like, oh, it's gotta be that one, mainly because Miss Jerry sold that, like, just
dude, he had so many
twisted on that.
Look, even the one where he was, even the Scrooge Christmas special was hilarious. You know what I'm saying?
It was. Some of those I don't like sometimes, but that one was okay. That one was fine. But I thought Miss Jerry was making your list, man. That's all I thought.
Nah, it's just the man, dude made a bit. So he had to improvise. So in case y'all don't know, so he had to improvise. Cole, Anthony Payne was supposed to be Santa Claus. He got caught up doing something. So Martin showed up and ended up had to improvise being Santa Claus. That's why he had the cotton ball beard, just had the little Santa hat. He ain't had no toys. He had to wear some tights that he got.
It was bad, man.
Like
it was a bad look
from Tony. Like it was bad, dog. And them kids let him have it.
Oh, they roasted him, man. He was roasted back though too.
Yeah, he
that's was. A good number. That's a good number one though, Rufus. That's a solid. Which is surprising to me because we usually at least have something that matches. I feel like sometimes
I thought we were too.
But we're staying the course though here, right? If you go back, for everybody who's watching, if you go back and watch the Halloween special, we were side by side for the most part in the same genres, right? I will say in that episode for the Halloween one, we did still have the bad boys in there, and we got the bad boys in this one again too. I picked Will Smith, Fresh Prince, Deck the Halls from season 1.
Yeah. Okay. I'm with that. I'm with that. Because
a classic of it. And this is what I looked at when I was rewatching it a day or two ago too. Season 1. This is beyond the episode. Fresh Prince may have had like the most solid season 1 of any sitcom.
Okay, I can see why you would say that.
It's strong, Rufus. It still is strong.
I can see why you would say that. It is from the very beginning when he even started in Philly, traveling to Bel Air. Yeah,
it worked even before this episode. The episode before this one was called Day Damn One, when he scratches that expression. Day damn one, Vivian. Yeah. Day damn one. Like, so I even watched that one before I watched this one again. But let me set it up real quick. Will and Ashley, they decorate the house for Christmas.
Yep.
But usually the Bankses, what they do, they hire out a company to come in and they go pick up decorations, or the company pretty much sets up the entire house for themselves, for them. So for this episode, Aunt Viv is like, hey, you and Ashley, y'all go pick up the stuff and y'all can come back and decorate it. Well, in typical Will fashion or Fresh Prince fashion, Will goes rogue. Will goes completely rogue and was like, we're going to get our own decorations. And by the time Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil make it back, the entire house is just blazed up in lights, man. Like, essentially, can see it from the, you can see, if a plane's riding over it, you got to turn those down because the plane might want to land there, man. That's how bad it was. They did it the most gaudy Christmas decorations I've ever seen. But everybody in the neighborhood started complaining about it until I think it was like President Reagan came over and said how much he liked it, and everybody got on board. But the funniest thing about that is like this person kept calling on the phone telling Will about like how bad the lights were. And he says, hey, come on over here. And he rolled up just having to be heavyweight champion of the world, Evander Holyfield. And we figure out that Hillary actually knows all these famous people she's talking about.
Yeah.
I just know for a fact that's that one episode I know that I watch every year just because, like, if I had all that money too, I'd probably, at that age, like I was with Will,
you go off like that?
the house I owned would have looked exactly the same. I'm sure of it. Even the
Really?
inside. Remember the phone?
Really?
Remember when you picked up the phone, the tinsel was connected
Yeah.
to the phone?
Yeah. So I didn't think you were gonna pick that one.
That's my number one, big dog.
But I didn't think you were gonna pick that one as your number one episode.
What you have in mind?
I actually thought, your number two was gonna be your number one. And we had already, I figured Will would make your list. I figured the Fresh Prince would make your list or my list, but I figured it would be number two and the Office would be number one because I know the Office is one of your favorite sitcoms of all time.
I love that Office episode. Don't get me wrong, but at the end of it too, I think about the one that I grew up watching, and the one I grew up watching that was on all the time. It felt like even in reruns and everything, it was always that Deck the Halls episode, man.
Thank y'all for joining us. Look, we really appreciate y'all. Please drop a comment because we want to hear from you and drop your list. We would love to see what y'all favorite sitcoms are, the top three. And if we don't see you by the end of the year, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that good stuff. And we'll catch you on the flip side.